The Simpsons has predicted everything that's going to be happening in 2025. And guess what? They even predicted the Los Angeles fire. But in this episode of Simpsons, they finally predicted what's going to be happening to Los Angeles, where the entire city is going to be burnt, and the only thing that's going to be left out in the entire city is going to be this blue umbrella. They even showed what happens 6 months after this event takes place.
Deadly ray.
You see, it seems like they're using some sort of weapon. It's definitely some sort of an energy weapon. Look at that stuff.
First off, I'd like to thank the good people at Tianjin Smelting and Mining and Donuts and Tops for neutralizing our wonderful...
Now look at this stuff. They're once again highlighting this particular blue-colored umbrella for some reason, which is kind of closed. Now obviously no one would be paying attention to this one.
Lad. Grow back. The time for mourning and blaming our mayors has passed. We will rebuild. We will rebuild. We will rebuild. We will rebuild.
So this is basically what's going on. You know, people are blaming the mayor of Los Angeles, and you know, basically he's not doing anything for people, and that's exactly what's going on right now as well. And then take a look at what happens 6 months later, where people are actually hoping for Los Angeles to be fully rebuilt, and this is the situation. And just take a look at this particular reference. This is the Hollywood Hills, and it seems like the entire signboard is broken because of the fire, and that's exactly what's going on in Hollywood Hills as of now as well. Now this is the state of Los Angeles after 6 months of the fire breaking out, and look at this stuff. I mean, it seems like the cartoon, it depicts like the mayor doesn't do anything in terms of like rebuilding the stuff.
We will rebuild. We will rebuild.
I mean, damn, dude. Now, coming back to the blue umbrella, which is specifically something that they were trying to highlight here. And as you can see, there is this blue umbrella that was shown in this scene. And further moving on, it was also shown in this scene as well. Now, if you go ahead and take a look at what we currently found out, this apparently seems to be very real, guys, because just take a look at this stuff. What's up with the blue color that's currently going on? And people have been sharing this stuff where anything that's blue in color hasn't burnt. And there is a very strong reason as to why it hasn't burned. Also, look at this stuff. There are blue umbrellas, I mean, which are like folded, pretty much the same as what we've seen in the Simpsons prediction. And everything around the shop is completely burnt, but then the blue umbrellas are completely untouched. What in the world is even going on? Now just take a look at that stuff. That's the exact same stuff that, you know, the Simpsons are referring to. And at first I was skeptical, but then, you know, they kind of did this laser beam testing, and apparently it seems like all the color burns. Yellow burns, red burns, and especially when you put on the energy beam on the blue color, it seems like there seems to be absolutely no reaction at all for some reason. Like every other color seems to be burning except the blue. And what does this freaking say? So it's really shocking to see that, you know, Simpsons has predicted something this freaking crazy. Now moving on to the second prediction, that Simpsons actually predicted an exact same to same image of something that was going to happen. Now this was the image that Simpsons predicted, where you can see like this is Trump, and this is like the Saudi Arabia's king, and apparently they're just placing their hands over some sort of a globe or like a light. And this exact event took place, and all the outfits that these guys are wearing was also exactly the same. Now just take a look at this stuff. Now this episode was aired in 2002.
That eerily mirrors real-life events. It shows Donald Trump touching a glowing orb with two Middle Eastern-looking men. Well, last month, President Trump did just that with the king of Saudi Arabia and the president of Egypt.
Just take a look at this, dudes. Just take a look at this. He's even wearing exact same outfit. And also the people in this picture are exactly the same as the predictions that was done so many years ago in Simpsons. Now, this was predicted in 2002. And currently, we are living in 2025. And people are discovering all of these things right now. Now, just compare this image right here to the Simpsons prediction, and you'll actually see that it's the exact same outfit that the Saudi Arabia king is wearing. And it's the same exact outfit that Trump is also wearing. Look at that stuff. Everything resembles. And even this guy, the same kind of suit. and it's the exact same suit. Everything is same. And also in this image, you can see that there is a woman in the back. And in the cartoon, there's also a woman in the back. And there's also an Arab man here. And if you go down here, there's also another Arab man that's standing right over here. Damn, this is straight on scary sometimes, because these guys have been predicting this stuff and everything, including all the events that has been happening exactly the same freaking way. And now let's move on to the third Simpsons prediction, whereas this event was actually something that happened in real life as well. And apparently what's going on here is that there's this woman that's taking out horse parts, more like testicles of the horse, and she's basically cooking that for a school. And this was basically given to children, a lot of people. And apparently this exact same event also took place in real life as well. And look at this stuff. Horse meat scandal, the essential guide, with the Europe-wide scandal over the contamination of meat products from beef burgers to lasagna, showing no signs of abating. Study the issue's depth and learns all you need to know about how it came to this with our essential guide. And it seems like some people were actually mixing horse meat. The Simpsons cartoons, they also predicted this before this even happened. And now guys, let's move on to the fourth Simpsons prediction, and this one is actually pretty crazy, because not only did Simpsons predict that Donald Trump was going to be the president for the first time, they also predicted that he was going to lose his presidentship. They also said that Donald Trump is going to be coming back, and that was apparently predicted exactly to happen in 2024, and that's exactly what happened right now. And they also said that he's going to be the president once again in 2028 as well. Now time will of course tell us if that is true or not, but just take a look at the prediction that Simpsons has apparently said here.
Simpsons can't stop predicting the future. As we all know, Donald Trump recently announced that he's running for president again in 2024.
You see, he ran for president in 2024.
Back in 2015, The Simpsons actually predicted his 2024 candidacy in the short A Trump-tastic Journey.
Look at this stuff, man. They actually predicted that Trump was going to be president exactly in 2024. And this episode was aired in 2015. I mean, he was not even president for the first time in 2015. And this was actually aired out of nowhere. And there was this exact escalator scene which happened in real life as well. Just take a look at this stuff. It's absolutely nuts that these guys are able to predict this stuff.
I'm right behind him. Not supposed to stare at it directly, but I can't help it. If I touch it, will it heal my baldness?
I mean, there is a lot of, humor that's being added into the show because it's a cartoon show, of course. But this is exactly where they basically showed off this entire thing, right? First, he becomes a president. He walks down the escalator. That exact thing happened in real life as well. And then as he goes into his hair, he finds out that he's going to be the president in 2024 and then in 2028 as well. Just take a look at the comparison here. Look at that. The same escalator scene happened once again. There are people everywhere behind him. In the cartoon series, we have this dude, but then in real life, there is nobody behind him. But then, yeah, it's absolutely accurate, man. But yeah, it definitely seems like, the Simpsons are having some sort of an ability where they're getting to know all of this stuff from somewhere, and nobody knows where all of this stuff is actually coming from. And moving up to the next prediction, we also got an economic crisis prediction, where the Simpsons apparently predicted that the economy is going to be crashing in 2018. And that's when cryptocurrency started to boom up, and a lot of people started investing their money into crypto, and this whole thing started in 2018. Just take a look at this stuff, because they
economic collapse
predicted this whole thing.
The global economy has been on shaky ground lately, with warning signs flashing everywhere. In 2020 alone, the US printed a staggering $3.3 trillion in new money, or even a full-blown economic collapse, with job losses toll. But what's strange is that The Simpsons may have hinted at this long ago. In the 2000 episode, Bart to the Future, they portrayed an economic meltdown during a Trump presidency. Now, Trump isn't in office right now, but with his 2024 run, the possibility lingers.
And guess what? We actually have a massive economy drop down right now because the dollar prices are falling. There's BRICS currency that's rising up. There are some crazy stuff that's actually happening right now as we have been predicting all of these things from Simpsons. And it's just crazy, man. Because it also seems that Simpsons even predicted this tragedy that happened to the Titanic submarine. And this whole thing was exactly predicted by Simpsons, man. It's just unbelievable. Just take a look at this clip here.
The indomitable spirit of adventure propelled the ever-charming Homer Simpson into the depths of a captivating underwater expedition in season 17's episode.
Apparently in this episode, they go into underwater and they're basically just exploring the Titanic ship that was broken down. And this is like the submarine which is used in order to do it.
For knowledge, take to the alluring depths of the ocean. Their mission is to uncover hidden wealth within the confines of a sunken vessel.
Look at that stuff. And then
transform
there's low oxygen level
into a perilous lifeline with oxygen levels teetering on the brink of collapse.
And then oxygen gone.
Let's not spoil the episode. The episode intersects with a painful real-world incident, drawing attention to the unseen.
Look at this stuff. The exact same thing happened with the real Titanic submarine as well. There was lack of oxygen and air pressure. And you know, this was one of the biggest tragedies that just happened a year ago.
Mission to unveil the ghostly ruins of the Titanic, nestled in the Atlantic's embrace. Heart-wrenching fears felt by those awaiting news were only complicated by the fact that the Simpsons had inadvertently predicted the occurrence and tapped into the pulse of real-world anxiety.
Damn, dude, that's actually very scary, you know? The way that Simpsons is actually predicting all of these things, it's just very, very unnatural. Nobody knows how this shit is even happening. And they even predicted Lady Gaga's concert. I don't know if you guys are aware of this stuff, but there was a concert that happened.
This was a nod to Lady Gaga's Super Bowl halftime show years before the actual event took place. The episode Lisa Goes Gaga aired in 2012.
Lisa Goes Gaga. Now, they even named the episode as Lisa Goes Gaga because they knew that Lady Gaga was going to be airing in the show.
And depicted a flamboyant concert in Springfield featuring the eponymous Lady Gaga. This animated portrayal included extravagant costumes, elaborate stage setups, and a grand spectacle reminiscent of a Super Bowl halftime performance. 5 years later, in 2017, Lady Gaga did indeed headline the Super Bowl halftime show, delivering a show-stopping performance and
so exactly the same thing happened, right?
Predicting Lady Gaga's portrayances worldwide and parody with a...
She was wearing the same kind of costume where she was doing the same thing.
Where its writers in the entertainment industry. Gaga's Super Bowl
Look at this stuff.
halftime show stands as a testament to its ability to capture the essence of significant cultural moments.
This is just getting super crazy at this point, man. Like everything, all of these kind of predictions that's actually happening. And they even recently predicted the Olympic stuff, that the US was going to be winning a gold medal in the exact same game. And there is absolutely no way that they could have known this information so many years ago. It just blows my mind. Just take a look at this stuff.
In an unexpected turn of events, The Simpsons foreshadowed a future Olympic outcome. The storyline unfolds as Marge and Homer inadvertently get swept up in the sport of curling.
Apparently, curling became a sport that was, happening in the Olympics. And this exact sports is where, United States won the gold medal.
Agnes, Seymour, Marge, and Homer to team up for the sport. The International Olympic Committee then announces that mixed curling will be featured at the Winter Olympics in...
How is that possible, dude? This exact thing happened.
The foursome ends up representing the USA in the event, making it to the gold medal game where they face off against Sweden.
Sweden, look at that stuff. And the same exact thing happened in the cartoon show as well. USA facing off Sweden.
In a surprising twist, they emerge victorious, securing the gold for the USA. Interestingly, at the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics, the USA did indeed win gold in curling.
That's crazy.
Can you guess which team they were facing in the finals?
Sweden?
Sweden.
Oh my God. Oh my God. How's that even possible? It's just scary at this point, man. It's very scary at this point. And honestly, Simpsons even predicted that there is a three-eyed fish which will be found by humans after all this year. And this exact episode was also aired in Simpsons. And it's one of the most scariest things, man, because there is no way they could have known this stuff.
It's all too real. It was only a matter of time. In episode 4 of The Simpsons Season 2, the show delved into the story of a three-eyed fish named Blinky. So here's how it goes. Bart captures a fish in a pond near the Springfield nuclear power plant. This fish exhibits the unusual trait of having 3 eyes.
And the same thing happened in real life as well. They caught a fish which had like 3 eyes. It's just crazy.
The discovery of Blinky sparked protests among the citizens of Springfield. Pollution released into the environment by the nuclear power plant.
So people are just thinking that the reason why the fish basically got like 3 eyes is because power plant pollution.
While such mutations are typically extremely rare, the The Simpsons' portrayal of Blinky turned out to be a prophecy. Fast forward to 2011 in Guar, situated near a nuclear...
Look at that stuff. The same thing happened, and also people protested saying that, this kind of mutation, it's only possible because there was like a nuclear power plant leak in a nearby area. And look at that stuff. It has a third eye.
Initially, the fisherman and his friends didn't notice any abnormality in the captured wolfish due to low light conditions. However, upon closer inspection the next day, the reality became evident.
Wow, look at that stuff. Three-eye fish.
Fish was three-eyed, presenting them with a dilemma on whether to consume it or not.
That's crazy. Imagine you eat the fish and then you start getting the third eye. I mean, is that even possible? Does the nuclear contamination actually make you mutate? I really did not even know about that stuff. And in one of the episodes, there was this building. Apparently, let me just show you guys right here. This is also another crazy prediction that Simpsons made.
Interestingly, the episode was set in the future, and it showcased Big Ben and Tower Bridge alongside...
Look at that stuff. So they have this building right here, which was showcased like so many years ago, and this building did not even exist, right? And years later, guess what?
Unique building, positioned to the left.
This building was built
with a design unlike any existing structures in London at that time. Fast forward 14 years, and reality mirrored the animated prediction. Plans for a new structure called the Shard were submitted and accepted.
And then the building was built. Crazy stuff. I don't know, man. I mean, everything that the show has been showing so far, it's one of the most scariest things ever. Now, however, there is one episode that Simpsons recently just aired, which I think is by far one of the most scariest episodes that we could have ever asked for. Because in this episode, it seems like there is a rapture coming, and the rapture is exactly as what is stated in the Bible. Now, let me just show you guys this episode.
Leave your body, Seymour. Leave your body.
Seems like, they're watching a movie, and the movie's name is called Left Below, right? That's basically how things are happening, like inside the movie or something, I guess.
Oh, he is risen production.
Rapture?
So basically, people here are committing adultery.
What if your wife finds out?
It's modern times. Everyone's doing it. Where did my Christian limo driver go?
Look at that stuff. So the Christian limo driver, he disappears. It was some sort of a lightning kind of a thing that just happens, and then everyone starts disappearing. Just watch this stuff.
My pious husband is missing. The baby I chose to have baptized is gone.
The baby I chose to have baptized is gone.
Mr. Thompson,
what's happening?
It's the rapture, Shauna. The rapture. The virtuous have gone to heaven, and the rest of us have been...
thrown in earth.
Left below.
Left below?
I mean, that's the name of the movie that this dude's watching in the show.
I heard that before.
It's the title of the movie.
I mean, it's the Bible.
Everywhere.
We were fools. And because we rejected God, tacitly accepting Satan, we must suffer through the apocalypse.
I thought all religions were a path to God.
I mean, there were people all around the world that were facing the same situations. Apparently, what happens, according to the Bible, is that, Jesus is going to come back, and before his second coming, he apparently comes back before that, which is called as the tribulation period, and he takes all of his followers away, and these people are going to disappear, and they are going to be like the chosen ones, or like the dialogue that Jesus says, I'm going to be choosing the fish that follows me and leave rest of the fish alone, because they are just unworthy of God, because they did not accept the sacrifice of his son. Now just take a look at this stuff.
Why did I put my faith in science and technology?
I mean, these are like the atheists, I believe. Why did I put my faith in science and technology and not on God?
Oh, why did I choose to be gay?
Oh my God. The last guy says, why did I choose to be gay? That's hilarious. And for those of you guys who don't know what rapture is, and if you're not aware of what the Bible basically teaches, let me just take you guys through this one video, which actually gives a very good explanation of what the rapture is, according to what the Bible basically states. I know that a lot of people haven't read Bible, and you have no idea what the rapture is, and what people have been talking about lately in the world, and the things that's happening. Everything has been prophesized, and every single thing that's going on in the world as of now, it's all prophecies coming true. And true Christians Christians who actually believe in God, and if they read the Bible, and if they know all of these prophecies, they have absolutely no fear because they know that their Messiah is coming back and the second coming of Christ is going to happen anytime, and the rapture could happen anytime as of now. So let's just take a look at this amazing video, which is posted by Inner Peace 8 TV. So here we go.
Let's break down what the Bible says about the signs when the rapture takes place. First off, there's going to be some clear signals before it happens. In 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 16, it says, "For the Lord himself will come down from heaven with a loud command, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet call of God."
So this one, it's not like the final revelation call, okay? Just keep this in mind. This call is way before the final revelation happens, and it's basically going to save them. So apparently that's what's going to happen according to the Bible, so just watch
trumpet
this.
sound is one big sign. It'll be like nothing you've ever heard before.
Damn.
Another sign is that believers in Christ, those who have passed away, will rise first. Then,
meaning the people who are dead. I mean, the souls of dead people, apparently it seems like they're going to be rising back again. Nobody knows how that's going to happen. But then before the living goes to him, it seems like the dead are the first ones that apparently go to him.
those of us still alive and following Jesus will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. That's in 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 17. Now on earth, things will be chaotic.
Yeah.
People will disappear in an instant, and many will be confused, not.
And that's exactly what you saw in The Simpsons. As you saw, everyone starts disappearing, and that's something, you know, it might be something that Simpsons have predicted as of now. And when it happens out of nowhere, people are going to be in huge shock,
knowing
man.
what's happening. Matthew 24, verse 40 to 41 says, "Two men will be in the field, one will be taken and the other left."
Which is a clear sign that not everyone is going to be taken. I mean, if two men are on the field, one that followed Jesus Christ and the way of how he lived and the way that, you know, the word of God has been teaching on how a person should live, how a man should live, or how a woman should live. And if you follow those commands and you're basically following Jesus, if you have like a relationship with God, then you're going to be the lucky ones that Jesus will choose in order to take you away. And the other one was probably some sort of an atheist, some dude that was just sinning his entire life and rejected God. They're going to be left over.
That's a clear sign, people being taken suddenly.
So that's basically what the rapture means. And I've got to say, man, all the predictions that we've been seeing in Simpsons, it's absolutely crazy. Everything is coming true. And I would honestly say that if you haven't gotten good with God right now, now is going to be the final time because the rapture could happen. Because just like that, we just saw Hollywood Hills burning, and we're also seeing Euphrates River drying up. We're seeing Israel going to war. We're seeing Russia going to war with Ukraine. And all these things, it basically happened overnight. You just go to sleep, wake up, and some disaster just starts happening, and you never know. So the same thing could happen. So in the same way, like the Lord states, that he will come like a thief in the night, and nobody would ever know when it's going to happen. Always be prepared. And so if you're not prepared, and if you haven't gotten good with God, I think now is finally going to be the time when you could go ahead, open your books, read the Bible. And if you don't have faith, maybe after watching this video, maybe you might get a thought that you want to go get good with God and change your life for good, I guess so. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this video. And if you guys think that there is any other predictions that Simpsons has done that I haven't covered, please leave them in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments down below. By the way, I read every single comment and try to reply to as many of you guys as I possibly can. And now, with that being said, if you guys did go on and enjoy this video, drop a big fat like because it really helps the channel, and it also helps the video a lot more than you guys think. So please take a few seconds of your valuable time, drop a like. It really means a lot to me, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.